Hey guys, welcome back to another CZ Reacts, where we are sleep deprived, over caffeinated, and going crazy because of this little fur ball. The video is for entertainment purposes only, so let's get into it. Oh wow, I want one. Best movie night ever.
This is the real mom. Since mommy. It's Hawaii.
That is so crazy. I love it. Oh my gosh. I actually get motion sickness if I try. That was pretty amazing, and to think that we're living in a time where we'll probably see those in people's houses, like in our time, is insane. From the old school heavy ass floor TVs to what we're seeing now, it just blows my mind and I love it.
Countries around the world got absolutely battered this week. In Halong, Vietnam, 38 people died last night after a massive tropical storm capsized a tourist boat, with the torrential rain and huge hailstones severely impacting the search for survivors. In Ajmer, India, people were seen literally getting swept away on the streets while shop owners and bystanders tried to pull them to safety after the region was hit with nearly 130% more rainfall so far in this year's monsoon season. Bucharest, Romania was hit with such an extreme storm on Thursday that it triggered code red and code orange alerts across 15 different counties. Local media describe the scope of these alerts as unparalleled in recent history. In Washington, D.C., today, torrential rain has caused floods and prompted water rescues. Over the weekend in Alberta, Canada, thunderstorms lit up the sky and flooded the streets, causing power cuts and traffic chaos. Just outside of Ankara in Turkey, floods got so bad that they burst through freaking apartment walls and swept away cars. And certain regions in South Korea this week were hit with the heaviest rainfall per hour in more than 120 years. At least a dozen people have died, thousands have been evacuated, landslides have destroyed villages, and thousands have become homeless after their houses were destroyed. All of that in less than a week. And I've probably missed a bunch. It's not normal, but it's the new normal. Countries around the world got...
No, it's not normal, and yet we're becoming desensitized to it because we see it so often. Like, yeah, it is becoming normal, but it's not normal, you guys. Like, WTF is happening out there?
Today I'm taste testing tea because I've never had any before. So I'm trying Sleepy Time tea, and I got the big one because I'm assuming that I'll probably like it. So I've got this out of the package. It's just the square of tea. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I already have my hot water sitting right here. So this is what it looks like.
Self-explanatory.
And then you just dump it in. Let me get a spoon quick. Alright, so you stir it around, and I'm assuming it'll dissolve into the tea at some point, maybe just in a couple minutes. It's been a few minutes and nothing has happened. I tried it, obviously, and it was a total mess, so they really should make something that contains it. Otherwise, it just goes everywhere. 0 out of 10.
I love the self-explanatory part, and she cuts it. That was funny. A good way to start the morning here.
Y'all have not experienced emotional trauma through literature, and it shows. Kids today are out here reading The Magical Bunny and How He Learned to Love Himself, or Sparkle the Dragon's conflict-free resolution journey. And I'm sorry, but that is emotional tofu. Just page after page of affirmations and pastel illustrations like a therapist made it on Canva. Meanwhile, we were out here getting emotionally demolished by where the red fern grows. You want to talk about resilience? I watched a boy bury his 2 dead dogs after one got ripped apart by a mountain lion and the other one starved to death out of grief. And I read that in the 4th grade. I came out of that book like a Vietnam vet and aged 10 years and 200 pages. Today's kids get talking llamas who validate their feelings. And we got Old Yeller, where the dog gets rabies and the dad's like, well, son, I think it's time we shoot your best friend in the face. It's all part of growing up. And that was our bedtime story. And you wonder why millennials cry during commercials. We were forged in the flames of frontier sorrow and pet death. And don't even bring up the bridge to Terabithia. Kids today get magical lands where everyone learns empathy. We got magical lands where your best friend dies in a freak creek accident and you're left holding the imaginary kingdom like a war widow in gym socks. Here lies Leslie. May her rope swing rest in peace. That is not a fantasy story. That is a PTSD origin tale. Kids today close a book and say, that made me feel safe. We closed books like Shiloh and said, I now understand moral gray areas, systemic poverty, and how to negotiate with emotionally unavailable parents. We didn't read books. We survived them. We didn't need a trigger warning. We needed grief counseling. And now you're telling me Sparkle the unicorn taught your child about kindness? Call me when Sparkle gets hit by a car and the vet gives you choices. So yeah, us millennials are a little intense. And if you think Dogman can teach character, try reading Sounder and then try sleeping after that. Find your joy. Some of y'all have
Oh, damn. Oh, no.
Didn't see that there, did you?
Oh, shit. Stop biting me. Stop biting me. Holding you hostage. All right, now hiring a puppy sitter for when I'm recording because this is getting ridiculous. Any takers? My gosh.
When I got home from work yesterday, I was passing my teenage son's bedroom, and the bedroom looked amazing. His bed was made, everything was picked up. But then I seen a letter on his pillow, and I got closer to it, and it said, Mom. Though my hands were just shaking, and my son wasn't home, and I was like, well, I wasn't sure what to expect. So I opened the letter, and here's what it said. Dear Mom, it is with great regret and sorrow that I'm writing you. Tiffany and I decided to elope. She is so nice, and I just love her tight clothes and motorcycle and her piercings. But that's not the only reason I ran away. She's pregnant. Tiffany assures me that we will be so happy together. She already owns a trailer on the south side of town. She has enough firewood for the whole winter. We share a dream of having even more children. She's also convinced me that smoking pot has never really hurt anyone. So we're growing some for ourselves and to trade with other people in the trailer park. Don't worry, Mom. I'm 15 and I know how to take care of myself. We'll be back to visit soon so you can get to know all of your new grandchildren. P.S. Mom, none of the above is true. I'm over at Carl's house. And I just wanted to remind you that there are things worse in life than a bad report card. Mine is on the kitchen table. Call me when it is safe to come home.
Oh, okay. I love that kid's sense of humor at 15. I loved it. Oh my I'm gonna apologize now, you guys. I'm not kidding when I say sleep deprived. This puppy has me like, I crash as soon as like having a baby. When he lays down, I'm out. But during the night, I'm not getting any sleep. He just wants to freaking play. So chances are I might find clips funny that aren't even funny because I'm like have those tired giggles. So I'm sorry. But so far I feel like they're hitting, like they're pretty funny. But if they're not and I'm laughing, it's just like sleepy giggles. So I do apologize.
So this lady Helen, high water, gets into it with a lady at church. Helen says, Caroline, keep my name out of your thin mouth. Lisa says, whoa, you really poured the tea on Caroline's thin mouth having ass. So Doris says, you not talk about my best friend Caroline Nesbitt. She's a Christian lady. Helen says, she's a rotten recipe stealing bitch. Doris, talk about her. Be careful who your friends are. Doris says, I can't believe that she sings in the choir with me. Helen says, it's a disguise. So Caroline.
Oh my
She joins in. She tells Helen, the only thing I've ever stolen is the heart of the Lord. Helen says, you should have stole some anti-aging cream, you lizard bitch.
Oh, these are the church women.
And he will forgive me for it. I'll pray for you, you dumpster fire of a woman.
Oh.
Helen says, okay, inbred Bible thumping bitch, go cry about that man. Don't want you some more. Caroline says, you don't even know my husband. I know where your kid's dad is, by the way.
Ooh.
Haley tags Daisy. Caroline says,
My ribs
she
hurt.
was too busy filleting her daddy to go to school, and now she's taking her literacy out on honest, kind people. At least I can read the Bible and know the Lord in my heart. Church is fighting online. Oh my God. Wait. Helen says, honest and kind, is that what you call each of your sagging tits? Did your man tell you about my fellatio skills? My stomach hurts.
My stomach hurts.
I'm sorry, you jealous. Hold on, my stomach, hold on. I got a cramp, hold on. Helen says, first, start.
Oh my gosh. Y'all need a little bit more of Jesus. Oh, when your pastor, I hope your pastor doesn't see that. It's so funny. I didn't think I'd laugh at something like, but you know, funny is funny. Yeah, or sleep deprived. Well, yeah, whatever. Let me know if that one was or wasn't.
We all grew up on Kraft pasta and probably a lot of Kraft products. If your child or yourself are dealing with any of this list of symptoms, it could be because of this next video.
You want to know the truth about the pasta that's being produced at Kraft Heinz? We clean our mixers out every 19 days.
Oh.
What is presented in the pic is what our mixture of dough looks like after 5 days. The dough that doesn't get released into the dyes gets stuck on our wall mixers and turns into mold from condensation. The molded dough is then mixed into the fresh dough. Kraft Heinz is only worried about production and money. They hide everything when we get audited. I'm only presenting this info because it isn't right. I have to cover my nose when I clean the mixers to make sure I don't inhale the mold.
Oh my
Thought y'all
gosh.
should know in my Cat Williams voice. Kraft, on behalf of everybody, we would love an explanation as to what is going on over there. Also, how many brands does Kraft actually own that this is like happening with? We aren't sick. We're being poisoned.
Damn. I mean, I know these companies, they don't give a damn about you or me. They really don't. It's all profit and money. What, you know. Gross. I would love for more people to come forward. Gross. I don't eat a lot of processed foods anyway because it just makes me so sick. I can't stomach it, but I did grow up on Kraft dinner. Yeah.
Got really into Halloween. This is my first Halloween costume, a partially eaten gingerbread man. After that, I dressed as the leg lamp from A Christmas Story, a pink flamingo. You have to look at it for a second. My head is the flamingo's butt. That's real creative. Flamingos did not notice at all. But I don't know if you noticed that child. You know this kid is still scarred to this day. And I don't know like which would be more traumatizing, seeing this giant flamingo that apparently had jumped over the fence, or then seeing that flamingo flip over and hop away on its own head. IHOP sign.
Oh my gosh.
A foosball player.
Oh,
Lumiere
that's
from Beauty and the Beast.
I love it.
The Dairy Queen Blizzard. Genie from Aladdin. Tigger. All these children like saw me and were coming up to me like, I don't understand. Like, where is your leg? Groot, the Pixar lamp. It's a functioning lamp, as you can see in the headpiece in 2021 with for it bum 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 microscope.
Wow.
Then Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, last Halloween. Another costume that confused many children. For the holidays a couple years ago, I dressed as a Christmas tree. And I would hide on the sidewalk, and then when people walked by, I'd be like, Merry Christmas. It was Christmas Eve, and the local news crew came up, and they were like, hey, can we interview you for the local news? And I was like, sure, but I can't really take this tree off. And they were like, no problem.
I loved his costumes. They were so creative.
This update just became a lot scarier than I thought I would be giving you guys today. I posted this video yesterday warning basically all of Texas, but specifically Fort Worth, Texas, about this man, Emery Garner, who walked into a furniture store in Fort Worth and asked to get prices for triple bunk beds. He wanted big enough mattresses, so bigger than twin mattresses, because he needed 3 kids to fit on each mattress. So triple bunk beds with full mattresses, and he wanted 4 of those beds to fit 36 children. Damn. People at this furniture store have gotten his name, like his driver's license with his location, his full name. They look him up to come to find out he's an offender. He is not allowed to be by children. So why is he wanting to have these beds sent to his house that would have the capacity to hold 36 children? What? Where are these children coming from? Who are bringing these children? So many questions arose. The man who posted this, I was telling everyone to follow because he was giving updates. People don't realize I was also talking to this person one-on-one, hearing the crazy stuff he's found out about this man. And maybe my mistake was being naive. This man has bars all the way around the back of his house and around the front. So I watched this and I am legitimately in fear for children's lives. Come to find out, it's not just Emery, the one offender. There's also a second offender who lives there. Has a criminal record with over 30 charges on it. That video blows up, and rightfully so, because what I was picturing could be like worst case scenario everyone else is picturing too, because there's nothing about this that doesn't seem completely creepy. What started happening last night is even creepier. First, good news. The man, Emery, wanting beds to house over 30 kids, has been arrested, is what we've been told by authorities. Not me. The man who is sharing all of this, the man who investigated this man, the man who called police, the man who went to the house to see if things looked off. We found out that 2 offenders are at this house. One is arrested. We don't know on what the charges are. More stuff starts to come out about both of these men. And last night, within a 30-minute window, I am inundated with all kinds of messages about people trying to get me to take this video down. Starting with this one, I'm only going to show this, guys, because I really feel like this guy just might be an idiot. But again, I could be naive, but he's telling me that the bunk bed video is fake, and since you just want to get famous, I bet you're not going to remove the video. To which I'm like, wait, really? Because videos from the neighbors who have been complaining about this man and this house seeing children coming in and out, knowing that at least one person living there is an offender, they have called the authorities, but no one has ever been arrested over it. Like, wait, am I making up that video? No, this is the video from the neighbor in the neighborhood with the house that has like all the bars on the front and the back. And if you are able to get out the doors, you then are still completely trapped because there's bars all the way up to the top of the house. This is the man. This is Emery. He shows up to his neighbor's house, middle of the night. His pants are undone. He is holding them, and then is like having like the weirdest conversation with this person, wanting them to come to the door. And she's like, no, we've ran this man off. We've told him we know what he's been found guilty of. We want him nowhere near our property. But then more people start messaging me. Once I start like asking this guy questions to see if he can back up the fact that he's saying the entire thing is fake and that I'm a terrible person if I don't take the video down, he just stops responding. I'm hit with things like I'm ruining Emery's life. Pretty sure Emery ruined his own life and whatever children he's come in contact with. Then I get hit with this message, which really almost worked because I was very confused at first. All 3 of the girls in your video are my nieces. Their innocent faces don't need to be associated with this man. Oh crap, did I mess up? Because I realized that this person is talking about the triple bunk bed image I just used as a reference because I had never heard of a triple bunk bed before, so I figured other people hadn't either. The faces though, you can't see them clearly. I even zoomed in as far as I could. The only people who are gonna know who these children are the people who not only know these children, but know these children modeled for this triple bunk bed photo shoot. On the bottom probably has the most visible face, but my body is completely blocking it. You guys tell me, did I completely mess up? But then I got another message basically saying, I have the wrong person. Again, I think it had something to do with like ruining a life, but that I better take the video down now. So from now on, this is what I'm going to show what the triple bunk bed looks like. He didn't want twin, he wanted full-size mattresses so 3 kids could lay on each one. And we know this story is real because David, the furniture store hero who literally got an offender off the street who was trying to find beds to house children in his home, shared the footage from the furniture store, including detectives coming in after he contacted them with what he had found out. The harassment to me is just confirmation that everything we are worried about, especially with news that the neighbors have seen kids being brought into this house. So there's definitely other adults who are complicit in what is happening here, which is even more terrifying. The deeper people dig into this, the more they find that it sounds like these men are connected. One for sure has a trust fund. There's a video of him talking to his neighbor. He's referencing his trust fund. So there's money, personal money, and we think maybe they're getting money elsewhere. It's a complete nightmare. Now getting threats, I'm like, yeah, there's definitely people supporting this man or probably hoping he won't get in trouble so that they won't get in trouble for what he knows about them. At this point, we just need help. If anyone knows creators like Tizzy ENT, please reach out to him about this story. He is someone who has a huge platform and literally hunts down criminals to help them face the justice they deserve. Because the people living in this neighborhood have been calling the cops on this house for years. They have been turning a blind eye, like, where is the fire marshal? David is only one man. I'm not even in Texas, so all I can do is share this story with you guys and hope this gets in the right hands. Please, everyone, tag Tizzy. I feel like we've probably stumbled upon potentially a ring involving children as victims in the state of Texas, at the very least, stopping future children from being victimized. This update just...
Doesn't Texas have, like, what is it called? An execution law? I'm probably wording this all wrong, you guys, but, like, really in Texas, like, if you shoot someone, don't they just shoot you back? Like, they have the express lane for the execution penalty, whatever that is called, you know, jail, express lane to your end. How is this a thing? How is this happening? I am so glad I came across this video. I know we were in like a roller coaster of laughing content and it just immediately flipped. But wow, what a story to come across. I don't know if you guys have seen it already. It is a first for me, but I love when we see stories and stuff like this where people are being caught. It is one of the most disgusting crimes that you can commit. But I can't speak too much more on that, of what this content video is about. So I am overly thrilled that this guy is caught, and I hope there's like a huge investigation. Like, that property is a prison for whoever is there. So that is shockingly, like, Let me know if you guys know more about this story. I would love to find more.
I don't know if you think about this, but we are the only species on the planet that has no idea what to eat. We have no idea what we should really be eating. I think that's good marketing. Watch this.
We're the only species on Earth that's completely lost its mind about food. Yeah, every other animal just eats what it's supposed to eat, right? You don't see a giraffe having an existential crisis about whether leaves are gluten-free, do you? You don't see wolves doing intermittent fasting. Oh my God, Karen, that lion totally needs to try keto. All that zebra meat is like so last season. And these corporate psychopaths, these fucking lunatics, they've convinced us that the most natural thing in the world, right, eating, yeah, needs to be optimized. What? Optimized. It's not a fucking software update. You're not upgrading your ancestors' operating system. They survived an ice age, eating mammoth meat and berries, but somehow we need an app to tell us what to put in our faces. And now we're paying extra for food that hasn't been fucked with. What? That's like paying a hitman to not kill somebody. We're the first generation in human history that needs to read the ingredients of our food. Our grandparents just ate, food. What's in the stew, Grandma? Well, it's fucking beef, Johnny. What else would it be? Meanwhile, the French, they're still eating cheese and drinking wine. They're living to be 90, while we're over here having anxiety attacks over fucking yogurt. Oh, no, is it Greek enough? Is it activated? Does it align with my star sign? What's its carbon footprint? Look, maybe, just maybe, if your food needs a TV commercial with dancing cartoon characters to convince you to eat it, it's probably not fucking food. It's an edible marketing campaign with a side of type 2...
No way. Oh. Damn, how many phlebotomists, is that right? How many of y'all are freaking out right now? Man, so many people are going to be replaced by AI, robots, machines. Like, wow, that is insane. How many people with that job, career, how many of you are freaking out? I can't even think right now. I'm just shocked that I seen that. Like, it's coming.
I'm going to read 19 complaints from 19 very entitled individuals who went on vacation. Ooh. Here we go. Number 1, they should not allow topless sunbathing on the beach. It was very distracting for my husband who just wanted to relax. On my holiday to India, I was disgusted to find that almost every restaurant served curry. I don't like spicy food.
Why are you in India?
We went on holiday to Spain and had a problem with the taxi drivers as they were all Spanish. We booked an excursion to a water park, but no one told us we had to bring our own swimsuits and towels. We assumed it would be included in the price.
What an idiot.
The beach was too sandy. We had to clean everything when we returned to our room.
The beach was too
Well,
sandy.
we found the sand was not like the sand in the brochure. Your sand showed the sand is white, but it was more yellow. It's lazy for the shopkeepers to close in the afternoon. I often needed to buy things during siesta time. This should be banned. No one told us there would be fish in the water. The children were scared. Although the brochure said there was a fully equipped kitchen, there was no egg slicer in the drawers. I think it should be explained in the brochure that the local convenience stores does not sell proper biscuits like custard creams and ginger nuts. The roads were uneven and bumpy, so we could not read the local guidebook during the bus ride to the resort. Because of this, we were unaware of many things that would have made our holiday more fun. It took us 9 hours to fly home from Jamaica to England. It took the Americans only 3 hours to get home. This seems unfair. I compared the size of our 1-bedroom suite to our friend's 3-bedroom, and ours was significantly smaller. The brochure stated, no hairdressers at the resort. We're trainee hairdressers, and we think they knew and made us wait longer for service.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even want to act out the next one, but I'm going to read it. When we were in Spain, there were too many Spanish people there. The receptionist spoke Spanish, the food was Spanish. No one told us that there would be so many foreigners. Really? We had to line up outside to catch the boat, and there was no air conditioning.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. It is your duty as a tour operator to advise us on noisy and unruly guests before we travel. I was bitten by a mosquito. The brochure did not mention mosquitoes. Come on, people, really? Get ready for the last one, because this one... My fiance and I requested twin beds when we booked, but instead, we were placed in a room with a king bed. We now hold you responsible and want to be reimbursed for the fact that I became pregnant. This would not have happened if you had put us in the room that we booked. Are you kidding me?
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna read.
I can't. Oh, my God. Oh, I've never seen this done before. This is so cool. I like it. I mean, if you don't like it, I don't even care. I'm sorry. This is so cool. Oh. I would love to take like a class to do that. Sipping wax or sipping candle, whatever they're called. That would be so awesome. Like that looks fun. I wouldn't make anything close to that beautiful. Oh, awesome, awesome.
If you do not know what's happening today, you're gonna want to watch this video, trust me, this is insane. So due to the moon's position in gravitational pull, Earth has actually been speeding up in recent years. Now, only last week there was a new record set of the shortest day ever on Earth, which is crazy to even say for the millions of years old that this planet is. But scientists have now announced that today will be the shortest day ever. Like, we are living through history right now. Of course, it's only by milliseconds, you ain't losing an hour or two, but it is crazy because this has never happened before. Like, the days are 1.34 to 1.25 milliseconds shorter than the normal 24-hour day. But the crazy thing is, this is happening a lot because of the gravitational pull and everything, meaning our days are essentially speeding up. In millions of years' time, who knows how long days could actually be? Like, it is mad. So make sure you share about, and just remember, when you go to bed tonight, you have actually lived through the shortest day on Earth in the entire history of the planet, which is mental. Sorry. If you do not...
This little fishing worm came by. This is their heart. Their 4 hearts are right here. It's a true earthworm, about 3 feet long. It extends and contracts. They're just bigger than they are in other parts of the world. The longest that I've seen was 1.80 meters, which is about 6 feet long. We had a lot of rain recently. They don't like to be in the ground when there's a lot of rain because it's too wet for them. So this one has come out of the ground and looking for another place to start making a hole and burrowing into the ground.
The new Mandela effect. This one is Indiana Jones and whether or not he had a mustache. So here's a video of some guy discovering this.
All right, so we're at the Indiana Jones store here at Hollywood Studios, and I have to show you something interesting. Came across these toys, and for some reason, well, Harrison Ford's got a mustache there. So I thought it was going crazy because, you know, Mandela effects and all. Pulled out this t-shirt. Let's take a second item here. Oh, okay. We got a mustache. All right, cool. So Indiana Jones now has a mustache. Welcome to 2023.
I don't remember him having a mustache, but I guess he had a mustache.
Yeah, you know, that's a tough one. It's like I slightly remember it, but I slightly don't. I don't know. The shirt was actually kind of heavy, but
yeah, the shirt's heavy.
One that was in color is like a light mustache, so it's almost like it's possible because it seems like it could fit. But then it's like, I don't really remember it, but the shirt actually looks absolutely wrong.
Like they did it on purpose to put it in our face, literally, and on our face. And maybe this is where the new fad is coming from, too, because all the young Gen Z kids are having mustaches like Justin Bieber. There's a new man.
I have only watched bits and pieces of those movies, and I feel like it was very light. So I'm like in between. I do not remember a heavy mustache. That guy on the shirt actually looked like the character in The Last of Us. That's who he looked like. He didn't even look like I was gonna say Harrison Ford. I don't even know if that's the guy who plays Indiana Jones. What are your thoughts on that? Mustache or no mustache? I've only seen bits and pieces, so I actually feel like I shouldn't be included in this conversation. So you guys let me know. All right, you guys, I am going to end it there. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had as many laughs as I did. And if not, I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. Do not forget to question everything. And until next time, stay safe. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. Meet me in the comments. I will meet you there.